Hi guys, it's time for Real History with Michael. Let's get into it. We're all familiar with the phrase of keeping your words soft and sweet, because we're told we may have to eat them later on. Though I am not one who adheres to this adage, I'm quite known to be bombastic. Sometimes you run up on the wrong guy, and he will make you eat your words. Literally.
Enter Bernabo Visconti, Lord of Milan, and by all accounts, someone you would not want to cross. Now, one could argue that there's someone always bigger and badder, and at the time it only would have been the Pope, who not only had religious power and could send you straight to hell, but also had temporal power in his own right. However, Bernabo didn't really care and routinely clashed with the Pope, Innocent VI, who labeled him a heretic in 1360 and gave him his first excommunication, which was well earned over the years. Bernabo had one of his own brothers killed 5 years prior in 1355, pissed off the Holy Roman Emperor so much he was publicly condemned, and he did his best to anger the Florentines, the Venetians, and the good people of Savoy. He also, when he had time off from being an Italian menace, managed to miff the people of Mantua by attacking them. To say he was a rebel with an axe to grind is an understatement.
However, he did overstretch himself and did sue for peace. He was then ordered to return his conquered lands of Bologna to a new pope, Urban V, and to show up for a meeting in Avignon, which was at the time the papal headquarters. But Bernabo wasn't too keen on that, so he was excommunicated for a second time in 1363, along with his children. However, he managed to get out of that the following year. He soon, however, went back to seizing land and this time raised the ire of yet another pope and earned himself a third excommunication from Pope Gregory XI, which he wanted handed over to Visconti in 1373, and also to serve his brother Galeazzo. As it turned out, Bernabo wasn't really in a being excommunicated kind of mood. And for those of you who do not know what excommunication is when one is said to have behaved so badly that this person must be cut off from the religious community. And at that time, a special ceremony known as the bell, the book, and the candle would be performed. An offender was cast out with 12 priests and a bishop, each holding a lighted candle. A bell was rung, and a decree of anathema was pronounced, condemning the reprobate to the devil in eternal fire and damnation, and after the damning, the lights of the candles were snuffed, blocking eternal life. Afterwards, the person was to be shunned, and all their land reverted back to the hands of the church. So you can understand Bernabo's annoyance at the idea of having two of the papal legates, or representatives, handing him such paperwork. Unfortunately for the two priests charged with such a task, things didn't go too great for them. The story goes two ways. In the first one, Bernabo was said to be apoplectic and imprisoned our good cardinals, and they were to stay there until the parchment, lead seal, and silk cord were all eaten, which the two men ate. The other story goes that they were met or taken to him in the middle of a bridge and were told quite bluntly to either eat that bowl of excommunication or be thrown off the bridge and drink from the river. And they ate the bull in front of him and the crowd of onlookers. Either way, the thing that's not in dispute was Bernabo wasn't playing any reindeer games and got these two men to eat their words, literally, and showed the Pope that he was no punk. He was a badass with an axe to grind. I certainly would have eaten my words too.